Hey, what's up you guys? So I just wanted to get on here real quick and do like maybe a 2 or 3 minute long video. Just talk about something that I've been working on the last couple days, and that is my string stop location. So what got me into looking at this was this last tournament, Buckeye Classic. I got to the tournament and I pulled my bow out of the bow case, put it all together, and I noticed that my string stop was about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch in front of my string, and I hadn't adjusted it. I don't know how it got there, and so I was trying to think back, did I adjust that? Did I mess with that? Did I try to tune that a certain way? And I couldn't remember that I had, so I put it back to where it was just slightly brushing the string like it is at spec. And so I started shooting it that way, and it felt kind of unforgiving. So I ended up shooting about half the tournament, the qualification round, with it touching the string, and then I actually moved it about halfway through to about an inch, about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch in front of the string, and I started to notice that there was a lot more forgiveness in my shot. So when I got home, I was like, I need to start working on that, just look at it and see what's going on and see if I can figure out why that was. So the last couple days I've been shooting this, and what I've noticed is that the further in my string stop is, the more forgiveness my bow has to a certain point. So I was trying to figure out why that was, and what I came up with is because when you're at 50 yards and you're shooting at a target and you are 2 or 3 inches left, you can generally fix that left impact by putting maybe 4 or 5 clicks in your sight. So I started thinking, that's not very much. If you like put 5 clicks in your sight and you look at it as you're moving it, it doesn't even look like it moves. So I'm like, well, I'm a really static shooter, which meaning like I want the pin to just hold dead still. And I guess maybe everybody's like that, but I've heard some people say that they like a little bit of pin float. I don't. I like it to be dead solid still on the 10, and then when it goes off, the pin stays in the middle and the arrow hits right behind it. That's what I strive for in my shots. And what I noticed is that on my shots where I am holding dead still, and then all of a sudden maybe the shot takes a little bit too long and I subconsciously force it to go off, my pin goes out the top, or I just hold it too long and I drop out the bottom. On those shots, it's less forgiving because I'm not able to put the English into the sight, into the bow or the arrow that I could if my string stop was a little bit more forward. So the arrow's on the string a lesser amount of time. So any type of correction that I try to make with my bow on English, I can't get as much out of it. So if you think about it in the sense of how much your sight actually moves, you can actually get probably the distance that you need to move in English. There's also going to be probably a sweet spot for each individual shooter, depending on the way that you shoot, how many pounds you're pulling, and a plethora of different type of things. And for me, an inch away from the string has seemed to be where the best point is, but you also got to take into consideration that the further you move your string stop away from your string, the more movement you're allowing in that English of your shot, the more movement you're allowing. So sometimes you might see an opposite impact. So like say you dropped low, but you felt like you came up like right when the shot fired and you should have been closer to the 10, and somehow you hit high. Well, maybe you should pull that string stop back a little bit so that you don't have as much English or as much movement when that shot fires, and that should put you closer to the 10. You can just play with it that way. That's what I did, and it really helped me out. So I just wanted to give you guys something to work on out there. Maybe it's something you could look at, maybe it'll help you out, maybe not. If it does, let me know. I hope you guys are having good days, and I'll see y'all later.